brotherhood, sisterhood, and partying. These are some of the most appealing parts of Greek Row at Washington State University.
The majority of all the parties at Washington State University happen right back over here on Greek Row, where all the fraternities and sororities are, just outside of campus. Since party culture is so big at Washington State University, they tend to bring in a lot of pledges who want to join the fraternities and sororities who are promised a brotherhood and sisterhood for life. However, this sometimes comes at a cost.
Catherine Rowley, a senior at WSU and a member of the Delta 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 sorority, talked to me about some of the mental hazing she has experienced while immersing herself in Greek life.
So I think when it comes to mental aspects of hazing, it's just forcing people to kind of pick and choose between what they're important, like what's important to them. For example, my career is a lot more important to me than a sorority because my career is going to be around a lot longer than a sorority is. I think that with my chapter, they don't like that I've taken a step back because I was really involved. I was an officer in two different officer terms, and since I'm no longer an officer and I don't want to be because of the treatment I've received. They're not reaching out. Like, I'll reach out to them, they don't reach out to me, or if I reach out, like, it's just harsh and cold, and I think that kind of plays with someone's psyche. Like, we preach sisterhood, but again, that's not how sisters would treat each other.
After the passing of freshman pledge Sam Martinez in a hazing-related incident, former SAE brother Tyler Moore speaks a little on how Greek life has changed since and what his experience was.
That's one of the biggest things. I mean, when you were going through the whole pledge process and really getting used to Greek Row and fraternity and everything, they really, at least what I saw, they really struck home of making sure they did a much better job of not hazing with drinking, making the hazing be the cleaning. And I won't say I enjoyed it. It was one of the things where I had to try it. I found friend groups other places, so I didn't really need to rely on that. Lifestyle wasn't for me.
Physical hazing tends to happen more within fraternities and at frat parties. An anonymous frat member talked to me about some of the things that he's seen.
So coming in this year, I have witnessed a lot of fraternities specifically hazing and forcing kids to do things that they wouldn't necessarily do, such as cleaning the house, some things as dangerous as chugging hard alcohol and everything in between, forcing somebody to drink alcohol past the point of consciousness and forcing alcohol down somebody's throat while their head is spinning and falling backwards.
Even though things like that are witnessed happening to pledges, applicants still flood the entrances to fraternities and sororities whether they realize the risks or not every fall as the Pullman campus of WSU opens in hopes of finding a place to fit in. With Row News 8 in Pullman, I'm Aaron Monson.